new house that we're building here to demonstrate and show you how I'm actually putting in the purlins, the metal ceiling supports that are going all through the downstairs area at the present time. It's to demonstrate how I'm doing it, because I'm actually doing it on my own. So it's taken a little bit of effort to try and come up with a solution as to how to achieve it and do it without having a partner or somebody here to help me. My choice, of course, because it's actually saving money and it keeps me busy during the day while Jane is working. Behind us is the area I'm working on currently, which is the kitchen area. And I'll just demonstrate to you how I've been setting it up and also how I cut it out. This is the system that we're using to provide like a hard support. After you've got the ceiling connected, you want to put a Stepback or a hard support. You can buy these clips, 20 pesos, and they literally slip inside we'll call it the top hat that we put up there. Yeah. That's how they sit, and they're held in there. And they literally go over there. That's the hard back, and that's the top hat, I'll call it, that we've installed up there, or in the process of installing. These are just simply put into place just like this. Very hard to show you one-handed, but we'll have a go. You bend over the tab, just bend them by hand like that. Now that provides you with the support that way, crossways. And if you put that across the line of maybe where one of them is, now to stop that from happening, what has happened there, they twist, is what I've found is that I put one, then I get another, I put a pop rivet in the back of this one to hold it on, and then I apply another one to the rear of that, and then slip it over the front again, and then push that down like that, and that stops the whole thing from falling apart. A very strong method for effectively $1, no, 40 pesos, yes, $1 Australian, sorry to change the currency, $1 Australian to each junction point, which in the case of an area like such as in the dining room here, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 clips to one length, which is 3.6 meters wide across the room. I might have made an error earlier. The room is 3.6 meters by 4 meters. So that's the area that we were doing. And we're now doing this area. And we will be doing later on, maybe the end of next week, down to the front door. The steel will be actually held by pieces of solid steel angle at the top, so it can be tack welded to the ceiling above, and then it'll be pop riveted and welded to the side of the furlin on the bottom when we get a level. These will be done in what will be 16-inch centers where I've applied them. Initially I put a single pop rivet in to secure it, but then eventually I will go right over the whole floor ceiling again and put in a further 4 more pop rivets. And I've actually cut one out. I've cut one out ready to assemble with the first set of pop rivets. What I do is I cut out, that's not a good example, first of all I cut out a slot. I'll show you how. This allows for the piece above here, this piece here, to fit between the slots that I've made. Sometimes a bit tight, good example there. That is how it will be. You slot it together like that, and then you pop rivet in the middle. That will hold them up initially so that you've got the area to assemble. These will all raise up and be connected to the cross members that are coming from the wall to wall over to the other wall, and the whole thing then is held together in a noughts and crosses design. This is the actual furling that is provided by our local store. It's I'll just get the exact measurement. This is the exact product that we're using. It's 2 by 3/4 pressed steel. On the reverse side, it's actually, the surface is rough, so you can actually put no more nails or Jip Fix glue on it before you apply the sheeting to the surface when you hang the ceilings underneath and screw them, which is what we intend to do. We'll put plasterboard on there, insulated plasterboard. When I say insulated, it'll be foil backed to keep the damp out of them. And that's what we're using. They come in about 4.6 meter long lengths, and each length is 90 pesos, which is just under $2 American per length. The reason for choosing this particular method is obviously we don't have the problem then with being a timber support. We also then have the advantage of no more termites or avoiding termites coming into the house. This is the hardback that will be going over the top, sort of Stepback, which will give it a bit more support, even though not the total support of the ceiling. There'll be droppers coming from. First of all, go along with a marker pen, just a simple marking pen. I've lined it up, like I said, with the line here to the side, and then I just go along and I put a single line both sides, and that will tell me where to cut it. Of course, what happens is that the single line there is going to be, you are going to see it when you hang it down. Where I did it before is I hung this piece below the existing member going across. I hope that's understood. This way I'm doing it slightly backwards, but this is because I'm not very well prepared for the video. With one person filming and one person talking, it's a little bit difficult. But anyway, what I do is I go along and that marks it. Now that enables me effectively to then mark, when I pull it down, the sides, and I remove the excess steel, creating what I showed you earlier, which is the slot effect that you have on the ceiling. I'll call them the rafter, the purlin, but as you can see, it's cut out like that, and that slips over the existing ceiling runner there. Maybe not the right terminology, but I think you get the idea. They have to be in place first before you can do all of these going across. Again, pushing them up into place you then put a single pop rivet in the middle there, and that enables you to move on to the next, because I tend to do it in 2 sections, 3 sections really. Cut it out, mark it, 4 sections, sorry. Mark it out, cut it out, pop rivet one up there to secure it in place, and then come along later on, right at the end of the process, where I, in effect, put 1, 2, 3, 4 pop rivets on the ceiling joint. Then that way it's very, very secure. I hope this has helped you understand what I'm doing. It's laborious work, but in turn, doing it yourself, you save a lot of money in terms of pesos anyway, because each day that you have somebody working here, it will cost you between 500 and 600 pesos a day. And obviously you rely upon their ability to understand how you want it done, which is not that difficult to get someone to do it. Somebody like Edwin, who has inspected the work and said it's very good. But it's still, nevertheless, when it took me, as an example, this dining area here, it's taken me probably 2 weeks to do that on my own. That's every day, just pottering along as a 70-year-old, turtle speed, but being very accurate and achieving what I believe is quite will be a very strong supportive ceiling, following straightforward processes and keeping the cost down. The cost of just doing this area here, which is about 4.5 by 5 meters in area, for the material alone, it's cost 220 pesos for the pop rivets, 1800 pesos for the actual steel to go up there, and the rest is my labor, which is obviously I'm donating it, but that's quite a saving. If you paid a contracting company to come in, I'm sure that they would cost you 10 to 15,000 to do it. The whole area downstairs would maybe be 50,000. So I believe it's a good way of saving money. If you're building a house in the Philippines and you want to save money, get the hard work, oversee it, and get the hard work done by professionals who are young and fit, like you might have been once, and you will still achieve a lot by doing a lot of the jobs inside. If you've watched any of my earlier videos, you'll see that I've plastered all of the walls inside, top coated them, and we've ended up with a pretty good chipboard finish. So again, hard work, took a long time, but we have achieved it. Virtually downstairs now, we're at the finishing stages of the downstairs area. We just have tiles to put on the floor. We're going to establish the comfort room here. That's all been done on the ceiling. The floor's all been ready for the tiles to go in. All we are waiting for is the doors to be produced for here, the comfort room downstairs, the understairs cupboard, which is going to be a pantry. Excuse the mess inside, but that's the dumping area at the moment. And the back bedroom door, which is the only other area that needs work on. And the kitchen benches themselves, which I'm going to leave till last because I don't want them damaged. There's going to be granite tops put in with a double sink, and I shall be installing an incinerator because the house will be on solar and electric to keep the utility costs in the future down. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I'll get better at presenting them as we go along, but I hope you can get some ideas. I'm happy to listen to your comments and enjoy watching. Bye. They'll be pop riveted at 16-inch centers. Just chosen them out, not for any particular reason. I just feel that will give us a stronger area of gluing. So that's what we're doing. To enable me to put them up, I mark on where they're going to sit on the edge of the furling, and they've already been slotted on here, so they're sitting effectively on the clip on one end, and you literally, because it's so flexible and wiggly woggly, new word, it makes it easier when you go to the other end to stretch it, and it's just with a tight pull you can clip it onto the other end, but it will leave you with a piece like that. Then it's all that's required then is just to push this into place, put a single pop rivet in. You're lining it up with the holes, you're lining up the point on the actual ceiling strut with a mark you've already made before you cut it out, and you literally push it up into place, and they all go along. There might be a case of having to make minor adjustments with the grinder, but otherwise generally you can be relatively accurate, and they will just slot up while you pop rivet them along into place. So I know how to